Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you with us today. We're joined by Greg Coticchia from the University of Pittsburgh Blast Furnace, and he's also, besides being at the Blast Furnace, which is the University of Pittsburgh's Business Accelerator, he's also an entrepreneur in resident at their Innovation Institute, and he sits on several boards. He's a serial entrepreneur himself, and we could spend probably the next couple of hours talking about his business background, and really delightful gentleman. And Greg, it's just great to have you with us today.
Bill, thank you very much, and I appreciate the kind introduction. That's very nice of you.
It's great to have you here. So I know the folks listening are really curious about the Blast Furnace. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that. I know you started in 2015, but what is the Blast Furnace?
Yeah, great question. So we take the Blast Furnace moniker from the Pittsburgh heritage of the steel industry and creating something new out of multiple dispersed metals. And that's really the idea behind the University of Pittsburgh's Blast Furnace, which is a focused business student accelerator. And as you said, we started in early 2015. And we really focus on giving students a rich curriculum focused on the Lean Launchpad methodology that was created by Steve Blank and Eric Reese. We combine that with deep mentor networks and what we consider, and I think they agree, an inspirational co-working space. And the whole goal is to, in 8 weeks, prepare them to create and grow their business. We're a little different than most traditional, external or outside of a university economic development or, for-profit accelerators. We really focus on product market fit. Most of these are very early stage ideas. But so far we've already been through 3 cohorts in just a short amount of time of our existence. We've had close to 150 students and 40 teams participate in the Blast Furnace. And about a third of those have gone on to get funded through other accelerators or incorporate and start their businesses. So we're very proud of our record in a short amount of time.
How does the Blast Furnace fit within the overall architecture of the Innovation Institute and sort of the entrepreneurship programming at the University of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, great questions, and thanks for asking, because it can be confusing, just like any other large organization, about where all these things fit. And Pitt is a large organization with about 27,000 students and 10,000 folks who work there. So we're a big animal. The Innovation Institute was launched by the Office of the Provost of the university in 2013 to be the hub for all activities that promote and foster innovation and entrepreneurship on campus, and extending that out to the Western Pennsylvania region. We provide education, collaboration, communication, assistant economic development, and our programs are meant for faculty, students, and staff. And in creating that centralized hub, we have a one-stop shop open for business place on campus that people know they can go get resources and get access to individuals so that they can plug into what is happening in the business of commercialization. The Blast Furnace is one of those programs. We have many, many successful programs for staff, faculty, and students. We have a Pitt Ventures Gear program. We have a contest once a year called Randall Family Big Idea Competition. The university just recently issued the significant impact that the Innovation Institute has made. And it's been incredible, the growth in terms of number of startups, from a handful to over 13 this last year that we spun out of the university, a rate of better than 1 per month, licensing and patents at record highs. So the idea of creating this centralized hub for all these different activities has really been terrific, and Blast Furnace is proud to be a part of that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. So it sounds like Blast Furnace is, as you said kind of early on, it's at the early stage of that continuum of work that the Innovation Institute does in terms of engaging and getting students involved in this customer discovery and development process.
Absolutely. And, I think you'll see that this is going to be replicated. We've tried to measure best practices from other universities who are doing similar things, and colleagues at other universities. We're open to sharing what we've learned and, things that we think are working or not working that may apply to other universities or other situations. So it's a great time to be an entrepreneur. And it's a great time to, people are focused on businesses on innovation. And so we play an important role in that as a major research university.
Absolutely. Well, you got to get all that IP out into the market now, right? That's
you got it. You got it.
Yeah. So you've been using Score My Pitch for over a year now, which we really appreciate. And I guess the question I have is, what was the issue or challenge that you were looking to solve when you originally adopted Score My Pitch?
Yeah, great question as well. And let me just say that we're delighted with Score My Pitch, and it's really helped us reach our goals. But going back to your specific question, what was the problem? The problem is that the way we were doing it, and I think the way that most people do today, is extremely manual and time-consuming, error-prone. And one of the aspects that I love about Score My Pitch is it not only does it remove all those issues, but it also gives feedback to the participants. Typically what would happen before Score My Pitch, and we use Score My Pitch on a demo day at the end of every every cohort of Blast Furnace, because we do a demo day at the end of it, and it is a competitive demo day, a little bit different than some other accelerators. But for our other programs like Randall Family Big Idea and other programs at our business school at Pitt, Enactus, which is a student club that's focused on startups and entrepreneurship, all use Score My Pitch now in this last year. And I think people realize that handing out pieces of paper and having people score them and trying to fill that out and assemble that together and have a discussion and trying to give feedback just doesn't work. And it's a process that lends itself to automation. And it can be automated. It can very quickly give you insights as a team of judges, and it can give great feedback to the participants. So for us, that was the major couple problems that we were focused on when we started to look around for a solution.
That's fantastic. And it sounds like the results, it's essentially accomplished what you were hoping. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is that?
No. You can absolutely say that. I mean, we're very happy with it. It's provided the benefits we expected it to provide. And, one of the challenges that we have is we are not just all self-contained people within the university. We bring judges in from all over the Western Pennsylvania region, and so they have to quickly assimilate to this new technology. Pencil and paper, you would think, would be easier for someone to sit down and say they know how to use a pencil and paper. But very quickly we're able to get people up to speed and how to use it, and we bring people in, and there's not a lot of training that has to be done, and they come in, they use the product. I think they're also surprised how quickly and efficiently they can get the results at the end of a judging contest. I think we're all familiar with at the end of a judging contest, it seems like the judges go away forever, and they're huddling somewhere. But one of the great benefits of Score My Pitch is you instantaneously know the rankings by all the judges, where they were, what they scored, very, very quickly. And then if there's any feedback or even if they want to make changes to what those results were, there's a healthy discussion about that versus, no, I like this one, you like that one, or whatever it is. It makes it a more objective process, all those things. So it's worked very well for us.
Oh, this has been fantastic, Greg. I guess, my final question would be, you're looking ahead to your next cohort, your fall 2016 Blast Furnace cohort. What are as you look at the evolutions you're making in your program, are there one or two big things you're looking to put in place for this next cohort that maybe haven't been as available with with your past cohorts?
Thank you for asking. I think one of the things that we want to accomplish is getting the students out to see other types of real-life pitches by entrepreneurs. So we have a lot of great organizations here in Pittsburgh that are supported by high net worth individuals and angel groups where the students could actually see real investors asking questions and real entrepreneurs doing their pitches, right? And hopefully the cohorts that go through this are going to be those same quote unquote real people at the end of our program. So they're not that far behind. So we've raised funds for our program, been supported by many Pitt alumni and elsewhere that are going to allow us to take the student teams that are involved in the Blast Furnace and participate in those and see those in action. That's a great learning experience. When you're 19, 20, 21 years old and you're figuring out that, maybe you want to start a business, be an entrepreneur and learning what that all is. And then seeing somebody else go through it and putting that in context. It's a great learning experience whether or not you actually go off and start that business or not. Those are lifelong skills that will benefit you no matter what your career is or size of company that you're going to join and participate in.
Oh, that's going to be great. I'm sure getting off campus and out into more of the ecosystem and seeing sort of a next level pitch is really going to be helpful, and even just making the contacts that the student entrepreneurs will make in those settings. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're excited.
That's cool. Well, thank you so much for being a part of this, and thank you all for listening. And certainly, we really appreciate your time, Greg. Any final words at all for folks?
No, I thank you for allowing us to participate on this. If you have a program like ours that involves judging, scoring, you want to make sure that you give feedback to participants so they can grow and learn. Score My Pitch has been a big benefit to us, and I would encourage people to look at it and make it a part of their program as well.
Wow, I'm not sure we could have ended this any better, Greg. Thank you. And thank you all for listening. If you're interested in more information on Score My Pitch, please contact me, Bill Kenny, at bkenny@testmypitch.com or 1-860-573-4821. Thanks so much. Have a great day.